Hey everybody, Jeff Bangerter back with you to talk about 1031 exchanges using the Delaware Statutory Trust. And one of the things that I hear a lot is, literally every day, is somebody will say, well, my realtor's never heard of it, or my CPA's never heard of it, or I have wealthy friends and they've never heard of it. It is a very unique industry. I mean, there's a lot of business being done, billions of dollars a year of securitized real estate, but it is unique. It's a very, it's a niche market where most people aren't familiar with it. We're doing our best to educate the public, but one of the things about it is because it's a Reg D, Regulation D offering, we can't do any advertising for any specific offering. So I can educate you about it, but I can't tell you about one specific offering. Well, all of the big sponsor companies, right, they're obligated to the same thing. So you don't see any advertising on it. You just don't see any information on it unless you go to an educational event or read a book. So we do educational events on a regular basis. We have every month, we have an educational event going on somewhere, and we produce these videos to help you understand, and I've written a book. So if you haven't seen that yet, the book title is Are You Tired of Tenants, Toilets, and Trash? You could get that on Amazon, or give us a call here at the office, or go to our website at bangerterfinancial.com, and it'll help you understand kind of the basics of it. But what we do is we try to really educate the CPAs out there. And again, I've been doing this for a long time, and I know a lot of folks. And, I've met plenty of CPAs that have been, CPAs for 30 plus years, and they've never heard of it. And, it just isn't part of their normal practice, and so they don't hear about it. But really some of the biggest firms in your area, whether, what part of town you're in or what part of the country you're in, the biggest firms know about these. There are attorneys that specialize in it. You do have to have a qualified intermediary. You cannot just take the money yourself from the escrow company and then invest it. If you take possession of the money, if you let the escrow company transfer the money to you at the close of escrow, you're done, you're going to pay tax. So you have to have the money go to a qualified intermediary. Well, there's a whole bunch of them. So obviously this is being done a lot. I deal with multiple firms, but there's one here in California. I'm in the Sacramento area, and it happens to be a couple of blocks away, Asset Preservation Incorporated, and they've done over 180,000 transactions. They know about these. IPX is out of San Francisco, and I know they have offices all over. They know about this. Any qualified intermediary should know about them. If they don't, you're dealing with the wrong qualified intermediary, quite frankly. So anyway, so this is a very unique niche. So you have to deal with the right people to make sure that they understand what's going on. So I think I'll kind of keep that to kind of a short video too. I do think that you need to understand it, right? You need to educate yourself before you do this. And this DST concept, right? You need to really explore it and drill down to it. You need to read the book on it. You need to get a couple of the PPMs, private placement memorandums. Once we know that you're an accredited investor, we can send those to you. You can't just call us up and say, hey, send me one. Again, this is a crazy regulated industry, and so we have to have a relationship with you. We have to talk to you, fill out a little financial information. We can do it over the phone, or if you come to one of our events, we can do that. You can meet with us, whatever, but we have to have more than a cursory understanding. We need to know. You can't just say, yes, I am. You have to give us a little bit of detail. We don't need your account numbers. You don't need to go into that much detail, but how much do you have in stocks, bonds, real estate, and that kind of stuff, or how much do you make on a yearly basis? There are those multiple ways you can qualify. So again, an accredited investor, which is what's required, is $1 million net worth excluding your personal residence, or $200,000 of income per year, or $300,000 of income per year as a couple. So any of those would qualify you as an accredited investor. And once we know that you are, then we can send you the information about the different offerings and start to really show you what these different programs look like. So I think that this is, as you start to really understand kind of the basis of this is really institutional grade real estate. When you drive down the street, you see these big buildings, these massive apartment complexes. Who owns those? Our clients own them, right? It's people that invest this way. It's institutional real estate. Big sponsor companies put it together with pooled assets, and people jointly own the asset through some facility. It's not, they're all DSTs, but generally securitized real estate are the big buildings in town. And so once you start to learn more about that industry, you start to see, okay, this is a very common approach to owning these large projects. And you can get in for as little as $100,000 in a 1031 exchange. So you could actually use us as a backup position if you wanted to. You could say, well, or I'm buying, I've got $1 million, I'm going to buy a $900,000 property. What do I do with the extra $100,000? Give us a call. We can take care of that for you. If you just want to invest and use this as maybe a good bond alternative that's paying 5% or so, you could do that. Minimum there is $25,000. Typically, you cannot use your qualified money here because, again, this is real estate, so it has to be non-qualified personal money or, again, 1031 exchange to be able to get into these. And then you can own, a beautiful, corporate building. I shouldn't go on and on about all the different names of companies that we've done. I don't have their approval to list them, so. But you would be surprised when we're sitting down together. You'd just be blown away some of the major corporations that we have in our program. So, all right, with that, thanks for watching. Give us a call, 800-451-2351.